Sperrin Mountains play host to the Rally Stars this week on RPM for the third round of the Carried Up Forklift Northern Ireland Rally Championship. It's a blast around some famous special stages in an area of outstanding natural beauty. The rally crews today travel past landmarks such as Sole Mountain, the highest point of the Sperrins.
Welcome to Mahara and the tour of the Sperrins. 6 sensational stages will decide who is the king of the mountains this afternoon. So get your all-weather gear on as we get into top gear on this Maharafeld Motor Club event.
It's a highly impressive lineup outside Walsh's Hotel. And last year's winner, Camillus Bradley, is the #1 seed in his Mark II Escort, ahead of the World Rally Car Armada.
My plan of attack really will be, I suppose, get out there just and try and get the first few stages over and try and find what grips there and settle into the best pace we can.
Derek McGarrity will be next off.
It'll be interesting to see Donagh go like hell here. It'll be quick up around here, and the minis will go well. In Derek's home territory, he'll go well. Be interesting to see how Steven goes also.
Donagh Kelly is at #4.
Well, it's a short rally, so I suppose really there's no betting in. You have to be fairly sharp out of the blocks. Tyres are going to be an issue today. You know, it's showery. You're going to be in the wrong tyres at some stage, so hopefully we'll try and minimise that impact.
Racing car ace Steven Kane is making his rally debut today.
I've been watching rally, and you know, Derek, Kenny McKinstry's I've been a big fan of his for a long time. Right back to my uncle when he rallied in a Talbot Sunbeam. So, you know, it's something that I always wanted to do, but my career took me over to the mainland to circuit racing, and you know, I've had a great career so far. So, you know, it's great to get back, and hopefully, you know, in the future I can do some more rallies.
3 stages completed twice with 1 mid-event service is the format today. Stage 1 is a roller coaster ride over Sole Mountain, a peak which climbs over 2,000 feet. First on the road is #3 seed Derek McGarrity. He's second fastest on this stage, 5 seconds down, feeling that his S14 WRC Subaru is crashing out over the bumps. However, fastest times on stage 2 and 3 see the championship leader lead this rally by 7.6 seconds at the mid-event service. Donagh Kelly in his S11 Subaru is next to traverse the PPP Group Sole Mountain test, and he's third fastest. But he's set to move into second place with second fastest times on stages 2 and 3. Warren Point driver Pater Herson is contesting the Northern Ireland Series in a borrowed WRC Escort. And the former Irish Tarmac Championship frontrunner makes a good start in 5th place, proving the Maharafeld Motor Club's seeding committee to be spot on. #1 seeds Camillus Bradley and Charlie Beattie have elected to hang back a little and are 4th on the road. But once onto stage 1, there's simply no hanging back.
Row 60, wing dip, 150 bumping.
In these wet conditions, the 330 horsepower Escort takes a fair bit of controlling. But Camillus is more than equal to the task and proceeds to shock the WRC runners with the fastest overall time.
60, you're all right. Good man, that's good. 60, watch narrow to left, nips. And to right, 40. Fast into 3 left over the bump.
Stage 2, the P. McCormick & Sons Doraville test. And a third fastest time here as he now commands 3rd overall and 1st 2-wheel drive.
200 down over the bumps, come on, you know it well.
The commitment inside the Escort today is obvious.
Up there, 2 left. You're all right.
Another local rally engineer and driver is Derek McGarrity in the first of the WRC Minis. Today he has WRC co-driver Michael Orr calling the pace notes as they record 3rd fastest time on stage 1.
Caution, slippy 4 left. Caution, slippy 4 left. 40 slowing, very tight, square right. Very tight, square right.
It's a good start as Derek winds the Mini up to full tilt down Doraville's back section.
Flat 1 left plus and flat 1 right into small crest into care 1 left over dip. Push
long, flat one left over, small crest, 80.
The choice of wet tyres, however, was ideal for stage 1, but with the next 2 tests a bit drier, Derek feels he loses time and is relegated to 4th, just 2.9 seconds behind Camillus.
3 left.
However, Kevin Barrett is about to be relegated from 8th to a spectator.
We just came off the 3rd stage. We got a puncture just at the end of it, and we could hear a noise, so we changed the puncture in the road section in. There's a rattle in the gearbox, and we took off 4th gear, so unfortunately it's day over.
Steven Kane, on his first ever rally, has the experienced Noel Orr alongside him. Porsche Cup cars, British Touring cars, American Le Mans cars and Nissan GT3 sports cars. Steven has raced them all. He's now fulfilling an ambition to compete in a rally. But a throttle problem cost time on stage 1, and on stage 2 it slides into a Doraville ditch and retirement. Alistair Cochrane has a new Mark II Escort to play with today, and he's taking time to learn it, back in 17th. Keith White in his 2.5 Mark I Escort is 13th, and climbing after a slow start on the opening 2 tests. Indeed, he's now just ahead of Davy Armstrong, who powers through the puddles. Vivian Hamill was a fine 10th overall after stage 2, but the gearbox jams in 5th on stage 3 and he retires at service. Declan McNaughton and Sean Haid worked their way into 7th overall and 3rd 2-wheel drive, despite a dodgy alternator which is starting to cut the electrical systems. A relative rally newcomer, local man James Laverty, leads Group N after stage 1 in 6th place overall, but the Subaru ends up stuck in a bog on Doraville. Trevor Ferguson and Davy McElroy crash heavily on the KDM Higher Stone Circles test, thankfully without injury to the crew. That leaves Kieran Graffin to take up the Group N lead and 18th place overall. Enniskillen's Johnny Leonard in his Group A Evo 6th is in 12th place and hoping to set the car up better for the bumps at service. He's engaged in a battle with the similar car of Frank Ray, who's just 2 seconds in front. Desi Henry's literally flying in his Citroen DS3, 6th overall and 2nd 2-wheel drive.
We're trying to get as many miles as we can before the Jim Clark in a few weeks' time for the British Championship. So we're out obviously to do a bit of work on the car and get the setup right, and it's a great event to do it.
Mark Donnelly is 10th in his DS3 and enjoying it.
Fantastic event, first time out in this car in tarmac, so difficult few stages this morning, really fast, lots of bumps. Just working on the setup at the minute. We've done a lot of work so far, and we've done a few big changes now, so hopefully it'll be even better the second lap.
Kevin Bradley's on the move, currently 15th in his Class 4 Escort, and Paddy McToll is really going some, 9th overall in his 8-valve engine car.
For 100.
Tommy O'Connell today is his first experience of the family's full modified 2.5 Escort, and he's adapting well, with co-driver Brian Duggan alongside.
And the 5 right plus, 40. Go now, 3 right,
These are
60.
difficult conditions for anyone, and their first stage time is a good one as they head for the Doraville stage. And again, it started off well as the Dungiven driver adapts to this strange car.
1 left, 250. 1 right for 80. Into 2 right long.
And the familiarisation session seems to be going well. It's a stage that's already claimed a few cars as we pass Steven Kane's Mini stuck in the ditch.
Into 5 left.
Sadly, Tommy and co-driver Brian Duggan are to become the next victims. Indeed, they're to become high-speed victims of this second stage.
200 over bumps.
Thankfully, both are okay. But it's game over for today.
Get her off, get her off.
You okay?
Yep.
It's soon to be game over for Ian Miller too. He retires at service after lying second in the Class 11 Historics. Leading that class and 16th overall is Greg McCormick, whose 16-year-old daughter Karen is having her first experience in the co-driver's seat today. Seamus O'Connell and Sean McGee are another crew battling for this class.
203 bump dip. 203 bump dip.
The bark of the beautiful BDA is heard as the Mark II crests Sole Mountain. However, a fuel pump problem nearly silences that distinctive sound just around the next corner.
6 right through the bridge. 150. Side hour pump on. Crest jump. Crest jump. 60.
Things have improved on stage 2 as they try to make back time in spectacular fashion. They pull up to 32nd overall and 3rd historic at service.
80.
But they aren't the only crew in trouble today.
And caution, medium left, tight.
They catch former Northern Ireland historic champion Andy Johnson on the stage. The Chevette has both a misfire and a dodgy clutch. And now the Mark II in its mirrors on this narrow side road.
Pull in, Andy, please, pull in. Andy, pull in. K left here, plus, K left, plus. 40, and turn square right.
It's excitement all the way as the 90-plus starters, including a few high flyers, try to make the Mackara service, where we catch up with the leaders.
Hi, happy enough, surely. The first stage suits us very well. It was fairly wet and we had second quickest time in the first stage this morning, but the second stage is more abrasive and the car started to move around a lot with a wet tyre, and the third stage I clipped the rock only about 2 miles from the start of it, and I was conscious for about 3 miles was I going to have a puncture or not, and then I started to push off that again.
Oh, we're going well, we're getting a nice good run and made no mistakes, no big mistakes yet anyway. So we're looking forward now. We're going to have a small change on front tyres now, but there's plenty of the road where even it's wet, it's very abrasive, and I'm going a slightly harder tyre in front of it. So we're looking forward to get back out now and get another go, and hopefully we can keep it on the road and get to the finish.
If he can take 8 out of us, hopefully we can take some back, you know, so we'll go out now and just have a go. We'll try and catch this man in front of us. Didn't come here to come second, but we'll go out and have a go.
It's hard to know what tyre you would go on. We went on a slick but heavily cut sort of towards an intermediate pattern, and although people think it's drying out, we've actually cut our tyre a bit further now. I think the stages won't dry. It's just the way the weather is, they're not going to dry, so we're going on a slightly heavier cut slick now to see what happens.
Difficult decisions are having to be made in service in difficult changing weather conditions.
The mountains are waiting to claim more victims as we start the second half of the Tour of the Sperrins. Now, we're at least 40 minutes away from that Mackara service area here, and the tyre choices made there have to last the crews the remaining 3 stages. It's a big gamble in these changing weather conditions.
It's time to repeat the morning stages at Sperrin Mountain, Donagh, and the final KDM Hire Stone Circles test. The people of the Sperrins are not just superb hosts to the many tourists all year round, but also to this rally. Even if the Zero car decides to attack the scenery a little, there's more drama. Derek McGarrity loses the lead when he meets 2 quad bikes on the stage and has to back off. He's now 8.4 seconds behind with 1 to go. That's not the full story, as Donagh took 3 seconds off Derek on Sperrin Mountain and 13 seconds here, as he's really up the pace. Camillus Bradley in 3rd is also pushing to maintain that place. After stage 4, he has just 1.1 seconds in hand over Derek McGarrity.
3 left, opens over good turn.
However, he charges to a 3rd fastest time here on the P. McCormick & Sons Donagh test to open up the gap to 4.1 seconds. The Mark II preparation expert is really impressing today.
1 right, 80. We right at the 1-3 right. Repeat, 3 right, open 60. 3 right, and keep right over brow.
It's a balancing act at times, and on this second run over the stages, the road is greasier in places.
On to right. On to right. Tight.
Derek McGeehan has a great run here on the PPP Group Sperrin Mountain stage and takes 3rd fastest time with a committed run.
Caution, bad bumps at Forest and brake. Caution, big crest jump. 100 over bad bumps. 4 left, don't cut. 4 left, don't cut.
Here on stage 5, he drops a few seconds, feeling that the tyre choice hasn't been ideal. Start the last stage, just 4.1 seconds behind Camillus.
It's a care, 5 left over crest. 40 down. Long 5 right over dip and crest into 6 left, opens, push. 6 left, opens, push. Into 3 left.
Adder Herson was 5th entering stage 5, but this will be his last stage, with the escort succumbing to turbo problems. And there's more drama as Kieran Graffin loses the Group N lead with the first of 2 punctures. David Crossan slips past in his escort. Colm McFall therefore moves up in that category, as does Stanley Ballantyne, who a charging Gary Cairns may be leading, but has a road penalty pending. Greg McCormick is now up to 13th overall and leading the historic Class 11 brigade.
Right here, don't cut. Easy left.
But rival Seamus O'Connell is also making spectacular progress, now with a healthy engine.
And an easy left.
The enthusiasm of co-driver Sean McGee is greatly helping the Dungiven man today.
Keep going. That's it. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful. 4:37, Seamus.
That was a very fast time on stage 4.
Into.
And as he hangs the tail out on stage 5, he's fastest historic, moving up 15 places in just 2 stages to climb to 17th overall.
40, big crest jump, 60.
But rallying's not all about the big boys up the road. There are some mighty battles for the classes. Believe me, I've been there.
Despite a troubled day, Andy Johnson and Jim McSherry take the Class 10 historic honours. Shane McLaughlin and Stephen Boyle claim Class 3 in their 1400cc Nova. 21st overall and eventually second in Group N is Stanley Ballantyne. Brian Armstrong starts off the top 20 rundown in 20th. At charging, Stanley McKeown is 19th and second in Class 4, just 0.8 of a second behind a similar car of class winner Robert Irwin. What was a titanic day-long battle. Amidst all the Group N drama, it looked like Gary Cairns had claimed the category, but a minute road penalty was to drop him to 3rd in Group N. In 17th place, Colm McFall and Bernard Macaulay take the Group N win. 16th was Alistair Cochrane, who was adapting to the new Escort. While Seamus O'Connell is still on the move, climbing another 2 places here to end the rally 15th and second in Class 11.
And then fast left over crest. We're fast left over crest. 170 up the middle.
Indeed, his time on the final stage is 8th fastest overall. Historic it may be, but slow it isn't.
Into medium left plus 250. And turn square right.
Kevin Bradley and Graham Henderson claimed 14th and first in Class 4 after a consistently fast run. While Davy Armstrong climbs to 13th with a 7th fastest time on the final stage. Johnny Leonard consolidates his 12th place, but local Mark II legend Greg McCormick gives his daughter Karen a dream result in 11th place and first historic after an entertaining run.
Absolutely brilliant. Very, very good day. And this is my first event for my daughter here. She's 16. So first day on pace notes, done exceptional. Really proud of her. I also think we won the class as well. So absolutely brilliant. Couldn't beat it.
Frank Ray takes 10th on the final loop in his Group A Evo 6. Paddy McToll and co-driver Conor O'Lone claim a fine 9th and first in Class 5. Keith White climbs 2 places on the final stage to take 8th overall. Mark Donnelly has an almighty wobble in the DS3. However, 7th overall is a good result for the Pirelli star driver.
Still a lot of work to do, but really enjoyed the rally. Fantastic stages, really good atmosphere. So yeah, I'm happy with the progress all day.
For Declan McNaughton, 6th place was a great achievement, especially as he had to hook up his Escort to spectators' cars between stages to try and keep enough power in the battery. The alternator now well and truly finished. No such problems for Desi Henry, and 5th place overall, 2nd 2-wheel drive, is a superb result ahead of the Jim Clark rally. Unfortunately, a start line stall on the final test robbed Derek McGeehan and Michael Orr of any chance of overtaking Camillus Bradley.
Over bump and push to right into 3 left, brake for 5 right.
However, the Draperstown Rally Engineers had a great run today, and 4th place is the reward. Camillus Bradley, there's a lot to cheer about as he mounts an attack on the final stage to fend off the Mini behind.
100. Stay with her now. And then line 4 left, 80. 4 left again after that.
In-car celebrations. Third place overall and first two-wheel drive car. Well, that is worth celebrating. Has to be one of the drives of the event, especially in conditions that weren't ideal for the powerful Mark II.
Really good day. I enjoyed the crack. Myself and Charlie always has good fun together. But a good day's crack. Yeah, enjoyed it really well. But a super good run. A couple of close shaves, but nothing big. And car's perfect, ready to go the next day.
Derek McGarrity is 8.8 seconds behind and ruining that stage 5 interference.
Definitely cost us in excess of 10 seconds. The first quad, he come around the corner where we were accelerating. He come around the corner with the jump on the brakes. He swerved to the left and down into the ditch. But that wasn't bad enough then. Another one appeared around the same corner, his mate behind him, and we had to go down to the left to avoid him, but it just cost us the rally.
Derek is first to congratulate Donagh Kelly and Kevin Flanagan, however. They've had a superb afternoon with 3 fastest times, and they win the Tour of the Sperrins.
We went on to a soft, slick tyre with some cuts in it, and we just decided to have a real push, and we've done that now. We really had some hairy moments. I absolutely delighted, you know, and this event has been good to me in the past, you know, and I love coming here. It's a great event to do. It's a very relaxed atmosphere and everything, so it's great to get a win.